OMG, I just spent 4 hours at a conference with Tony Robbins. Now, it wasn't a Tony Robbins event, it was another event that he did a 4-hour keynote. And he spent 3 of those hours getting us in a peak state, like a really high performance peak state. So we saw 15,000 people bouncing around the room at heights that they've probably never experienced themselves. And often people think it's too hard to maintain that state of peak performance or peak energy. Tony talked about energy being the key to life and your ability to manipulate your energy or lift your energy at any given time on demand, which is often how most of the elite athletes do it. When the whistle blows or when it's time for points or to score goals, you just turn it up. So Tony talked about that for 3 hours. He got us in peak states, jumping around, bouncing around, sweating. Everyone needed to go to the toilet because they were bouncing around so much. No one left the room for 4 hours. I don't think Tony took a breath for 4 hours. He didn't take a drink of water. And he really talked to us about choosing to have positive energy. Did he call it positive? Not really, but a beautiful state. Being in a joyful, happy, fun, loving, amazing, energetic, dynamic state. And choosing that on demand, and how it starts with your body and your physiology and being tall and strong and upright and reaching to be in a peak state. Because from that, your actions are better, your behaviors are better, and therefore your results are better. I mean, that's ultimately what Tony talks about. So, what are you focusing on in your life right now? That was another thing. What do you focus on? Because you get what you focus on. If you're focusing on everything going wrong, then you're probably getting more of things going wrong. If you're focusing on things going right, then you'll find you'll have momentum for things going right. Now, momentum goes both ways. Like I said, the momentum can go for things going wrong or for things going right. So you choose. You get what you focus on. Now, there are things going on in life that sometimes aren't good, but choose to focus on the good thing. Have gratitude and grace and peacefulness about something in your life that is going great. It could be your kids, it could be the sun coming up, it could be doing morning yoga. As you know, I do lots of that. So really choose to be in a beautiful state. And if you can, and Tony has a 90-second rule, right? So you can choose all the other states. You can suffer in frustration and anger and resentment and sadness for 90 seconds. And then it's time to pull yourself out to a beautiful peak state. Now, as he said, and I've experienced this, a lot of my trainings were done with the Tony Robbins philosophy by the amazing Keurig Ashley. It used to start with 90 minutes of being grumpy or pissed off or shitty. And I really liked Tony talking yesterday about the 90 seconds. So you've got 90 seconds to feel how you want to feel with the event that goes on in your life. And then it's time to get yourself back to the beautiful state, because that's where all of life's gifts are. And again, it could take 90 days, 9 months, 90 minutes, 9 days, and you've got to practice. And eventually, Tony obviously lives by this 90-second rule, which is great. As an elite athlete, we had to really get that down to 9 seconds or 0.9 seconds to feel the resentment, frustration, anger when things didn't go our way, because we had to be ready for the next point. So, peak state, beautiful state, and you will have a beautiful, awesome life. High five. Thanks, Tony.